Josh made up offensive teammates. Because remember, Jerry Rice, when Montana won the MVP in '89, so you have all these guys, they combined for 5,000 yards. And on the right side,
Tom Rathman.
Tom Rathman was out there cooking, dude.
him, huh?
Tom Rathman, where's Tom Rathman?
He was a good fullback.
He was a fullback. He had 10 touchdowns.
He's a good fullback.
I played offense.
Your reaction. Purdy's the new Montana. Brady used to be the new Montana.
I mean, I think what Jerry said speaks for itself. You know, I'm just messing with Nick. No, look, I think there are some similarities in that. You guys know, I think intangibles are huge with quarterbacks. Brady, Montana, the two best in my opinion, didn't have the strongest arms, but cool under pressure, as Jerry Wright said, smart, intelligent, can galvanize the locker room to follow them. Like, Purdy does have that. Now, this might surprise Nick. And you talked about Montana when he won his MVPs. Montana won 2 Super Bowls before Jerry Rice got there. He did. He won with Dwight Clark and, you know, a cast that wasn't Hall of Fame riddled like when he won his MVP. So I will give now, could Purdy have done that? I don't know. I mean, I don't know about Super Bowls, but I'm saying, could he have been good? I don't mean Super Bowls, Nick. I mean, could he have been good without this cast? I don't know right now. But
we got a little view of it when he didn't have all of them. We have got a little small. Tiny
but hold on. But here's okay. In fairness, Christian McCaffrey didn't do anything in those games, and he played too. So if we're gonna say Purdy's not any good because he didn't play well when they were injured, then we gotta say the same thing about McCaffrey. And we're not saying that, so I don't think that's fair to Purdy. But I'm just gonna be fair and say Montana did. Before Rice and those guys got there, he proved that he could lead teams to Super Bowls. Purdy's not going to get that chance because he's got a stacked team right away.
Yeah, well, I think during those times, that time when they went 0-3, I don't think Trent Williams played either. So maybe Trent Williams is truly the MVP of this team.
Everybody's
right.
At least he's
in my opinion, I think he's maybe top 3 football players in the National Football League, maybe number 1.
Ooh.
I'd have to.
I think there's a great argument.
But what he said is 100% true. His coolness reminds me of Joe Montana. There's only 2 guys I ever got up off the bench to watch play on the offensive side of the ball. Because normally I was fat, I was cranky, and I was uncomfortable. So I just sit on the bench and wait for my turn to go back out and play. But I went out and watched Joe Montana orchestrate back when I played with the Redskins. And it was phenomenal. You know, you get in the bus at the end of a game, and the 49ers beat you by 14, you're like, how the hell did that team beat us by 14? And then you get that stat sheet, and you look Montana, and he'd be 23 of 27, 278 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. And he would just pick you apart.
He's one of the greatest players ever.
And it just was, and it was just.
Yeah, but
we probably shouldn't be talking about Brock Purdy in that light.
But it was, no. But
people would have said that, people would have said Montana was a third-round pick.
But just throw, here.
Was it phenomenal in
Here's
college?
what I'm talking about. Throwing the ball on time, getting out of your hands, and letting your players do what they do with it. And that's a skill, and he's got that skill.
Listen,
that's all he's saying.
I
wasn't saying he's Montana.
He said just reminds him of it. Guys, listen.
Reminds him of it.
I was ready to do a whole pithy bit about how this is actually bad news for Brock. Because as we know, on the Niners is the next Steve Young. And what happened to Joe Montana? He got replaced by
system
Steve
quarterback,
Young.
Montana right to Young.
But I think I might be bowing out of this one.
Oh.
I have had to deal with internally and externally too much surrounding Brock bleeping Purdy. The last time Montana's name was evoked, it was, hey, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Brock Purdy might be Joe Montana or Tom Brady, or he might have to settle for being Dak Prescott. Then he instantly had a 3-game losing streak, and everyone regained their sanity, and now we're back, and he's going to win MVP. And I am simply pushing against the narratives that are being pushed elsewhere. Let's have a real discussion. We're having a serious discussion about Brock Purdy versus Joe Montana. But I'm now being attacked by family. You guys know my wife's grandmother. She's been here. She's 90 years old. She lives in California. She texted me this yesterday.
That be true.
I swear to God. I love you, but I'm tired of you trashing my quarterback. That's her. She watches every day. She's mad at me.
Great take.
She lives in Northern California. And then this morning I'm doing my podcast, and I'm scrolling Twitter, and I read this. This guy covers the Niners for The Athletic. Brock Purdy is Drew Brees with Lamar Jackson's 10-yard burst. Okay, well then you know what? Then honestly, the Montana comp is unfair to Brock. If he's the most accurate quarterback ever, combined with the most athletic quarterback ever, then what are we even doing?
In the draft,
cancel the season.
Does that guy have a list of 10-yard bursts?
Right.
No,
exactly.
he tweeted us. Now he's since deleted the tweets.
I should hope so.
He tried to use Brock's spider chart graph from the combine, saying, "Look, same as Lamar's." Guys, we've lost the plot. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.